Christmas, you filthy animals.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Everything But the Cats, where we are legally, morally, ethically, culturally obligated to talk about everything but the cats. My name's Gage,
I'm DJ.
and today we're joined by our friend
Jacob, hello.
Jacob. Go ahead and tell everybody how you met DJ.
How I met DJ?
Yeah, specifically DJ.
Okay. Well, I moved into Ozark Christian College in the dorm. I would have came in around the same time as you guys did, but I went to a community college. So, yeah, it was just dorm life with DJ. And yeah, I remember him and his roommate at the time, Uncle Ben. That's what we called him. And yeah, I always remember him hanging out with him because he got like the Fallout 4. Was it Uncle Ben or was it you, DJ? They had the Pit Boy.
Definitely Uncle Ben.
Definitely
Uncle
Uncle
Ben?
Ben.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, that's yeah, just the dorm life of bumping into DJ.
Yeah, and Jacob and I were roommates.
Yes, at one point we were. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they were roommates.
We were roommates, and then the next year when we weren't roommates, we ended up getting the Bert and Ernie Award in our dorm for the two best friends, which I thought was really funny.
Well, yeah, it's because I became an RA, and so I moved down the other end of the hall, and you're like, bump this, and you moved down on the other end of the hall with me, just across.
Yep.
So, yeah. That's probably why.
Remember the nights that we would each get a pint of ice cream and our personal favorite kind of bread, and then watch anime.
I do remember that. I do. I also
Hi,
remember
Angela.
DJ getting. Oh, hello, welcome. I do remember that. Yes, we always go for a Walmart run, and I usually got like a $1 loaf of French bread or whatever, and we'd eat that. I also remember DJ getting cheesecake filling, and you just eat the
Dude,
cheesecake filling.
if I wasn't married, you better believe I would do that all the time still.
Do you remember the thing that Alex said about eating cheesecake filling by itself?
That it's
Oh.
really good. I don't know.
No, I remember we were hanging out and Alex said the difference between eating cheesecake filling and eating a cheesecake is the crust, which gives you some sense of respect or something like that.
That's fair. I mean, it's a really simple thing to add because you can buy a crust too.
It's just
So it's fair.
Coming from Alec, it just was really funny at the time. It's
Yeah.
still funny to look back on and laugh, but definitely cheesecake filling's good. We everything but the cats this week. As you can tell, we're kind of getting in the Christmas spirit. And what we're doing today is we're going to be helping you get in the mood for Christmas by doing a 2024 Christmas gift guide. You know, it's the beginning of December, and this year has been a whirlwind. The year came in like it was already ready to leave, and here we are. A lot of us probably haven't finished our Christmas shopping. I haven't even started. So I would bet some of you are in the same boat as me. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you the best Christmas gift ideas for your loved ones and maybe your tolerated ones this Christmas season. So who wants to start?
I'll start off.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, being married into a very large family, my wife's family, I have a handful of nephews. I feel like the best gift to give a young nephew of yours would be to be a hatchet. Get a hatchet for a young man. Now, when I got that hatchet to the boys, because we had both like white elephant gift exchange, so both of them got hatchets each. Because wouldn't want to rob the other one of the fun experience of owning a hatchet. But why a hatchet? All right, you might be thinking to yourself, well, Jacob, that's irresponsible and dangerous. Giving a young child the means to be able to maybe lob off a finger or something.
It's
And
natural
I'd say,
selection.
Yeah, it is. It's educational. It's what it is. A hatchet is just pure educational. And they say, well, they may hurt themselves, and it's like, well, then it will come with a valuable lesson. And so, yeah, I just feel like every young boy just needs a hatchet to just be able to go out into the woods or just find a tree or I don't know, just start whacking at something. I mean, that's what my childhood was. Is that yeah, I basically just grab a hatchet and just go walking out in the woods and find a poor innocent tree, chop it down. So
And
yeah,
that's
if you have a young nephew, they need a hatchet this Christmas.
and that's how you ended up making that bookshelf, right? The really cool one that was in your room.
Correct. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was all by hatchet, and that's how I almost got my finger cut off as well. But I won't. We can edit that part out.
How many times have you
It's a
almost
valuable
lost a
lesson.
finger?
Uh,
Because I feel like it's more than one, which isn't a lot,
too
but you don't have a lot
too
of fingers.
many. Yeah, too many. Then I can count on one hand.
Okay.
You're lucky
Couldn't.
then, because imagine if you lost it every time.
Yeah.
That'd be a whole hand.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good gift idea. What age are you thinking? Because, like, when I think of young nephews, I have a young nephew. He's approximately 2. And,
Perfect.
Load them up.
Yep. Start them early.
okay, I'll get him a hatchet this Christmas.
Yeah. No, probably like 10. Yeah, when they're 10, maybe
Okay.
up. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably good. Maybe 8. Yeah, 8's kind of pushing it, but yeah. Yeah.
I think somewhere between 8 and 10 was when I got my first BB gun. So that's probably safe
There you go.
for a hatchet.
I had to buy my own BB gun in college because I wasn't allowed.
You weren't allowed to have a BB gun?
No, no, my parents wouldn't go for it.
And so you bought one in Bible college.
Yeah, and I brought it to school and would shoot stuff with it.
I
I
think I
remember
remember
that. You
this.
shot your Yeah, you shot your like beat up ukulele, didn't you?
It was a
Yeah.
guitar.
Guitar,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and then my old iPhone destroyed
Okay.
that thing. Pretty much lived out my wildest dreams in college. So
I'm glad
yeah,
I was an RA when you had the BB gun.
dude, I'm glad you were an RA too. I didn't respect you at all.
Still
To be
don't,
clear, I'm glad
Jay.
you were an RA. You were a good RA.
You were a good RA.
Thanks, fellas.
All right. So this is for the man in your life, not like the man in your life. He's like happily married, pretty freshly has a son, does a podcast with his best friend, and occasionally other people hop on too. People who invited him to their wedding but didn't let him be in their wedding. People whose house he had a bachelor party at. Yeah, so for that guy in your life, that specific guy, what I want more than anything is there's a board game coming out, and hypothetically, I've already told Angela about this. There's a board game coming out called Arcs, and it's by Leader Games, who made Root, which is kind of one of the like best games of all time. If you're kind of at all into the board game scene, you'll have heard of Root. Not necessarily played it, but at least heard of it. So it's by them, and it is very similar-ish, almost a war game. It's like a space game, but it's also a trick-taking game of sorts. I genuinely don't understand how it's going to work. But this hypothetical guy in your life wants it. So think about that. It's me, by the way. If that wasn't, it's me. So I've hypothetically I've told Angela. So I think I'll be getting it. Hey, Angela, if you're listening to this, please.
Hypothetically
There you go.
speaking, even if you don't know how it works now, the first patch will make it easier. Like in games, they get patched, but it's a board game, so they don't patch board games. I was sitting on that for like a solid minute. That's a proper response to one of my jokes. So it's by the people who made Root. I still have not played Root, but
I
Hey,
haven't even heard of it.
come to Joplin. It can
I've
be
seen.
arranged.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. So yeah, that sounds like a fun gift. So you don't really know anything about the mechanics of the new game or anything yet?
So little. It's
Okay.
well reviewed, which is
Okay.
good. They've got another game called Oath that's a lot of fun. All their games are their titles are 4 letters. And so Oath is a lot of fun, but then they've got 2 other games, one called Fort and one called Ahoy. That Fort's it's decent. It's not my favorite.
Mm,
And then I played Ahoy once and I really did not have a good time. I won and I didn't have a good time, that's hard to do.
yeah.
Um, but Arcs is pretty well reviewed and I like the company, so I'm willing to take a shot.
Okay,
Yep.
so my first gift, I actually don't think this one has a price tag on it yet. I don't think that there is a price tag on it. The price tag could be that you subscribe to our YouTube channel and send me proof that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. But for the person in your life who just loves everything but the cats, you could potentially get yourself an everything but the cats Christmas keychain. I have like 12 of these, maybe. So get here fast.
That's one for every day of Christmas.
Yep, one for every day of Christmas. For real though, if that's something that you guys are genuinely interested in, I could definitely get more and definitely make those readily available. But also, if you're of the people who just really wants one and you want to Venmo me, I'll send it to you. Okay, so that's that.
Sometimes.
Legitimately though, if you want to get your person who loves everything but the cats and everything but the cats keychain, hit me up. Leave it in the comments. Like, subscribe, all of that jazz. But Jacob, go ahead and what's your second gift idea?
Second gift idea. Okay. This is something that my wife got me years ago, and I've had it ever since, and I use it every day. And so this is for the people in your life that loves to cook, loves to just make everything from scratch. And it is a Chinese vegetable cleaver. It's I don't know why. I was really interested in getting one of those, and Addie got me it for like Christmas one year.
Hmm.
And yeah, so it's just like a cleaver, and it's very thin blade, and does just like a phenomenal job of like cutting up vegetables and whatnot, and also near fingers. So again, I don't know. There's a theme with going on with my gifts here about
Chopping things.
chopping things and removal.
Especially
Uh,
fingers.
yeah, especially fingers. So nothing against fingers or anything. But yeah, it's really fun to cook with and just to cut stuff up with. So yeah, just get your special person in your life that loves to cook a Chinese vegetable cleaver.
Is there a specific brand or anything that you're a fan of?
I only have one, and
Hmm.
unfortunately, I could not tell you. It was just something that Addie got on Amazon that was maybe like 20-30 bucks. So, and it's pretty sharp, and it's still after 2 years, it's still pretty sharp. Hardly have to sharpen it. Just don't ding it up in the
Hmm.
drawer.
Do you sharpen your own knives?
I do. I
Okay,
do sharpen my own knives, and
gotcha.
I don't even know what the thing's called. It's what you'd see like on the Food Network. What they use, that little
Hmm.
metal rod thing that they just on. That's what I use. I don't even know. Like I said, I don't know what it's called, but yeah, I
Okay.
may not be doing it right. I just that's what they do on the Food Network. So that's yeah.
I mean, everything I've learned in life is that if it's done on the Food Network, there's that's one of the only TV networks that doesn't lie to you. Okay,
So,
DJ.
oh yeah, it is my turn. Jacob just won again. Okay, so if you're looking for stuff right in front of you, look no farther than right in front of you. Hypothetically, say you were in Iowa recently, and while you were there, your dog, he was out and about at your in-laws' farm's probably the best word. Their house out in the country, and he came back up to the porch, and you noticed that he had a couple like pretty big scrapes on his front legs, and so you kept an eye on it, and then you thought, we should take him to the vet. So your wife took him to the vet. This is all hypothetical. Okay,
There we go.
so you've taken, you've decided we should take the dog to the vet. So you take the dog to the vet. And another important thing to note is in this hypothetical is that you love your dog, right? Like you love him less than you love $1,000. Like that's kind of our threshold. Like if we ever had a vet bill, they're like, hey, it's gonna be $1,000 to fix him. We're like, so less than 1,000, but you love him, right? Like there are a lot of things I love less than $1,000 that I love, like Jacob. Just kidding. I love you
Absolutely.
more than $1,000, Jacob. But anyways, you take him to the vet. So you love him, but you also haven't gotten him any vaccinations in like 5 years, like 3 years, hypothetically. And so part of that is they give you some antibiotics, but they also give you the worm medicine. You have to give it to him with a meal, and he keeps eating meals when we're not watching him. So one of these days, hypothetically, your dog that got scraped up in Iowa could get worm medicine for Christmas. So
Put
that's
that in your stocking, folks.
put that in
Put
your
that in your
stocking
stocking.
and smoke it. So
Uh,
that's what was right in front of me.
okay. That's a good gift. That's a good gift. Okay, so my second gift is one that is not a sponsor, but I would love it if they would be. And this is a gift for the people in your life who really love, maybe they really like coffee, maybe they really like tea, and they, because they're just a fun person, they also really like tabletop RPGs. And so this gift is Many Worlds Tavern. And they have all kinds of selections when it comes to coffee, when it comes to teas. They have different types of like dice that they can give you. They have different like tabletop maps. They even sell like token cards for Magic the Gathering, so you can get like cat tokens through them. And their mascot's a cat. But they have all kinds of cool stuff, and they even have a monthly subscription where you can get a monthly reoccurring shipment of coffee or tea, and every month it's a different one that is specific to that month. So for coffee, it's a different brew from a different place, different roast level, those kinds of things. And for the teas, it's just a different kind of tea that they have for that month, for that season. And with it, they also send a custom 5e D&D item that they have created in-house and the rules for it, and also a set of dice. And it also comes with stickers, and it's just really cool. It's a really cool thing, and I myself get it. I love it. Go through the coffee a lot more quickly than I wish I did, but that's just kind of how coffee goes in this household. But yeah, if you have a coffee or tea lover, that's a great place to go. I got some of their tea for my sister last year for Christmas, and she really liked it. So, high key recommend Many Worlds Tavern. Jacob?
Yeah. I guess for that person in your life that, let me put it this way, for parents that you don't care for, but kids that you love. Okay. So you're giving Christmas presents to maybe nephews, maybe cousins, whatever it may be, and you just don't really care for their parents, whatnot. The best gift that you could be giving them is the kind of the internet sensation, the chicken squeaky dog toy. That would be a great Christmas present. Just for those kids to just go ham on that squeaky toy and all through the house for the next 3 weeks. That's all those parents are hearing is that rubber duck or rubber chicken. Excuse me.
Can I suggest a slightly better gift?
What's that?
100 of them.
100 of them. There you go.
Actually, just a full bucket load. Like they have those Walmart bins full of them. So this
Big old
this
box.
this feels personal, Jacob.
Who
Oh
have you
no,
given
no.
one of these
Who
to?
have you given one of these
Oh,
to?
it might happen this year. In the family white elephant gift exchange. So yeah, last
That's
year was
good.
a hatchet, and this year somebody's going to get a dog toy.
So do I need to cut the
I'm
part where
gonna.
you were like, for the kids that you love, but the parents you don't care for?
He said it with confidence. You leave it in there. You think he's
Say
a
something
pansy?
else. Yeah, I mean,
That's a good point. That's a good point. Uh, that sounds like an amazing gift for that specific scenario.
And I feel like there's a lot more of it than you realize. I think there's a lot of people out there who are in that scenario.
Yeah, rubber chickens. I think that's a great gift for anybody,
Squeaky
and
toys,
it
just
it
squeaky toys.
squeaky toys in general. You know, funny story. Connor, my cousin, and I, we almost got kicked out of a Walmart on Black Friday because we were in the pet toy aisle, and we were taking turns grabbing a squeaky toy, getting it as like as squeezed as we could, and then throwing it down the aisle so that it was just squeaking the whole way down. Yeah. One of the workers came over and was like, "Hey, if you don't stop, we're gonna have to kick you out." And he looked exhausted. It was Black Friday. I'm sure he was. But yeah, fun times. Fun times. That's also something you can do just in the store. What are they gonna do? Kick you out?
So true. That's my motto. All right. For the 7-month-old little boy in your life. Well, kind of get pieces of it at a time. You can
So for the
you can
people,
plop it.
go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, if you're listening, hey, check us out on YouTube. So yeah, so for the 7-month-old little boy in your life, it has a suction cup on the bottom, and you can put it in his like at his high chair on the table, and they can just kind of play with it. And so describe it while I kind of show it off slowly, piece by piece, Gage.
So it looks like a biblically accurate angel, essentially.
That's
No,
what we got for Isaiah.
no, it's in the green screen. I can't see. It's almost like a wheel, like a steering wheel with
Yeah,
little rattles and stuff on it, and it's got a suction cup on it, so you can stick it to a flat surface, and the kid can play with the rattles and the steering wheel nature of it. And it has a horn in the middle.
just a ball.
Oh, just a ball. It looked like a horn.
Oh, it's full of stuff. Oh, little
Oh,
balls, little beads.
there we go. So that's the perfect gift for the 7-month-old in your life.
Yeah. So if you have a 7-month-old and you don't already own one of those, you're a deadbeat.
Oh, oof. Okay. So this goes out to everyone who just got called a deadbeat, actually. Uh, no, so I think that a good gift for people in your life, there are people who love reading, for example. I think all three of us really like reading. We all like books, and that's something that's really cool to us. And almost everybody knows someone who loves to read and loves to collect books. And a lot of the people who love to collect books more than they love to read. And so something that you can get for those people is a personalized book stamp. This is something my sister got for me for this past
Oh,
Christmas, and it's got like a little sword with some branches coming off of it, and it says from the library of Gage Addington. And it's super cool. And you can get these little personalized stamps. You can get the ones where you crimp the paper essentially into like to where it's got, is that like embossing? Is that what it's called? So you can like emboss the
Yeah.
paper with a similar thing. I like the ink one. It just feels like it has a little bit of character to it, and I get to use whatever color I want. So I've got blue ink because I think that's cool. It's one of my favorite colors, and most of my books have a little stamp in the front cover that says from the Library of Gage Addington, and I just think that's super cool. So you can get these custom things at some website somewhere. I don't actually know where she got it. I just know she got it, and I think that if you use Google, you'll find it.
So I'm more of a Kindle reader. Would you suggest the ink stamp or the embosser?
should get because I was wondering that too because I also am a Kindle reader.
So I think it would be best to use the ink stamp for Kindle, just because it's got hardware and stuff, and you don't want to push it out of place. But if you want to go for the embosser, you can even get a Kindle engraved. Actually, just get your Kindle engraved.
My Kindle says from the library of DJ Plethen.
I mean, essentially, it is the library. You could just
It
cut the
really is.
from the library of DJ Blethen.
That's actually pretty sick. I'll think about that.
That's your Christmas present to yourself.
Yeah. No, it's for Isaiah.
My Christmas present to myself this year is going to be engraving DJ's Kindle.
Deal. But it's for you.
Yeah, but it's for me. Okay. So yeah, that's my next one. Get your book lover a stamp or an embosser. Jacob, what's next for you?
Oh, let's see here. Um, I know DJ's really into board games and card games like that. One card game that I've kind of love is Cards Christians Like. I don't know if you guys heard of that company or of
Yes.
that brand. So it's if anybody else that has not heard of it, it's kind of like Cards Against Humanity, but with a Christian take on it. I don't know. This is something that I got for my birthday, maybe like 2 years ago, maybe three. Anyways, it was like no, it was during COVID because they launched like the Kickstart during COVID, and I was like, hey, I want to support this because I think it'd be a really fun game. And so yeah, I was kind of like on the pre-release, pre-order kind of like thing, and yeah, got like the it's super fun. I mean it's kind of funny. There's some kind of unfortunately some pop culture references that I'm kind of too old to understand. So I guess I just the old man that just kind of removes them. So
For a game that came out in 2020,
yeah, we're getting old, guys.
you were
Also,
24.
look at him. Look at him. Was this man ever 24?
That's a good point. That's a good point. I specifically remember when you had a single room, walking by your room pretty consistently to see you sitting in a rocking chair with a single lamp on reading a book. And a lot of guys on the floor kind of referred to you as having like, what was it like, they referred to you as someone who had like farmer wisdom.
Big
I don't know
grandpa
about
energy.
You did have big grandpa energy, like you did. It's
Man, one time I had, so before the first time I had COVID, the worst sickness I ever had in my life. My appendix went bad one time, so that was pretty bad. But anyways, the second, I
it
guess,
went bad.
yeah, it's gone now. We don't talk about it anymore. But I was pretty sick, and I spent
I was sick.
like those few days that I was sick. I don't know why. I spent them like on Jacob's recliner in his room. Like I'm as sick as I've ever been in my life. And I'm in this guy's room sleeping in his recliner like groaning throughout the night. I thank you, Jacob.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, like nursing you back to health, like giving you tea and stuff like that, or seeing if you need anything to eat. But yeah, that was a good that was a good recliner, Lazy Boy,
It was a good
and I got
recliner.
that from a
Yeah.
yeah, I got that from a thrift store for like $20.
But yeah, Cards Christian's like, DJ, what's next for you?
My next gift. Say hypothetically, for the man in your life, again, not the man in your life, kind of a man in your life, who has recently gotten into canoeing trips
Hmm.
because he like wants to be more of a man and like create kind of rites of passage and just cool father son moments for his little 7-month-old boy. Well, like later though, he's not taking a 7-month-old on these canoeing trips. Anyways, for that guy in your
Give him a
life,
hatchet instead.
yeah, give him a hatchet. For that guy in your life, I would. There are a couple options. One would be an Old Town Discovery canoe. 169 is the kind of model. It's like $1,500 probably 1,200 1,500. So there's an option. That's option number one. Option number two, and that seats two comfortably. Just ask Gage, and it only makes you worried for your life 50% of the times you use it so far, scientifically speaking. So that's good.
Is this is this
Uh,
accurate? Is this accurate, Gage?
Well, it's 100% of the time for me.
wait till next time.
Yeah, I've only been in it one time though, so
And then the other option is an Intex Mariner 4, and it is a raft. You blow it up. It's not like high quality like a whitewater raft. It's Intex after all. But you blow it up and you take it down the river. It seats 4 people instead of just 2, up to 1,100 pounds. And it's only, if you get it on Amazon, it's only like $360. So
Really? Okay.
yeah, yeah. I think at some point I intend to go, and I'm really hoping. Sorry, this man in your life is really hoping to try to nab one before the April trip that he's putting together.
Hmm.
Because it'd be fun to all be in one boat instead of being in a raft.
Yeah.
But what you could do is just get an air mattress. Do you
No,
guys? Do you guys?
Oh, yes. I lost my phone on that trip.
I didn't
Oh
do
my
that
gosh!
trip.
Oh, you didn't? Was it just one, or did we have 2 trips?
I only went on one, and it was like the beginning of. Was it the beginning of sophomore year or junior year?
I want to say junior year.
Okay, so I just remember it was the beginning of the year. We went out and did it. My phone got drowned,
Oh
and
yeah, because it was like it's supposed to be like a waterproof case.
yeah, life
Oof.
proof. And I remember the Facebook post occasionally pops up in my memories, and Drew commented, "Did you try the rice, hun? No, did you try the alcohol, hun?" Meaning, did you try putting it in alcohol to get the water out? And he commented underneath immediately, like within probably a minute, "I meant for your phone."
That's funny.
So
Uh,
that was a good time.
what I will say for that man in your life, he could also for Christmas use 2 full-size air mattresses because it's the exact width of his tent, and then people wouldn't have to sleep on the rocks. They could sleep on an air mattress on top of the rocks instead. And he thinks the tent might fit 4 people on 2 full-size air mattresses.
I would, Jacob. At first, I thought you were gonna say, or you could just take a hatchet and carve your own canoe out of a tree. That's what I thought you were going with that.
Uh,
Sick.
yes,
Which
that is
would
also.
that would take the masculine scale way up. But my next one, do you know somebody who has a cat or a small dog or a tiny child in their life that they want to carry around with them, but they don't want to use their arms? Well, if I got news for you, there's a product called the Cat Lovers Hoodie that has a big pouch like right on the front of it that can hold a cat, it can hold a small dog, it can hold a child. I actually don't know what the weight limit on it is, so don't trust it with your children. But it has all these cool things. Plus, the hood has cat ears on it, and the strings for the hood itself have these little fuzz balls on them for whatever's in there to play with. And you can get one at www.orangecatalways.com, and if you use our link orangecatalways.com/everythingbutthecats or everythingbutthecats.com/we sold out and use our code everythingbutthecats, you can get 10% off your order for really anything that you would want to use on Orange Cat Always, which is cat accessories, but it's also got things for the parents. But I'm pretty sure on their website it's spelled like per rents. It's either that or paw rents. One of the two. I don't remember. But yeah, you can get your cat stuff at Orange Cat Always. Unironically, I do think I am going to get the Cat Lovers hoodie.
Do they have some
Okay.
options for small dogs, or is it just strictly cats?
So it is technically strictly cats, but they have all kinds of accessories that you can use for small dogs. So they've got like these automatic water things, like water fountains for pets. They've got just other kinds of accessories that might be useful, and like brushes and toys and stuff. Mostly geared toward cats, but I would assume a lot of it does translate to dogs.
I don't own a small dog. I was just for the listeners that are out there.
Oh yeah, and like I said, it could translate to children as well. I don't know what the weight limit is, but it could. I would test the stitching first. But that's my gift to you.
You guys should do something where it's like a Christmas special where you guys get each other gifts, or the panel of speakers each other gifts, and they just open up their gifts for something. I don't
I
know.
mean, we'll be in person, the 3 of
Potentially,
us,
yeah.
around Christmas, maybe. So
We could record an actual Christmas special in person, where we all take shots.
Of eggnog.
I was gonna say eggnog.
I
I love
let's
eggnog.
freaking
Let's
go.
go. Just getting eggnog my
I
dog.
I don't like that. I had created a rule that I was only allowed one eggnog per year because I am a fiend.
What
Only
counts as like
one?
one? But what's one though? Like a
Like
carton?
like one of the cartons.
Like the
But
half-gallon cartons?
That's not
no,
nearly
well,
enough.
a quart is what I had accidentally initially signed up to, but I thought it was a half gallon. I thought the big one was a gallon.
Hmm.
And so I amended it to like, hey, actually, I think I'm allowed a gallon every year. And now I end up getting 4 quarts. So things are looking pretty good for DJ.
I need to go get some eggnog. I might legitimately run to the store when we get done and buy some eggnog.
That's dope. I need to get my December nog soon.
Anyways, so yeah, the cat liver hoodie. Jacob, you want to pull something out of thin air real quick?
Yeah, for the hypothetical person in your life that just cannot see, that they are probably classified as legally blind, the best thing that you can do for that loved one, to that friend, to that special hypothetical person in your life, is to get themselves a set of these bad boys right here. Just a set of glasses so they can be able just to see the world around them in a whole new perspective.
Yeah, get your friend some glasses, or your
Yeah.
loved one, or yourself.
I do
Uh,
I do want to say that feels sorry.
Oh, go ahead. I'll just Gage. How come you don't have glasses? You used to have glasses. Didn't you wear glasses?
I used to wear blue light glasses all the time, but I've never actually needed glasses.
Really? Okay.
So far, I mean,
You
it runs in
also
my family. Like, I will need glasses at some point, but for now, my sight's pretty good.
you
Must
also
be
wore
nice.
them briefly when the hair first went.
Yes, so that there was something on my face.
I was gonna say, Jacob, yours feels like so there are those videos that are big on like Facebook, I probably TikTok too or whatever, where it's like, hey ladies, we need to get together and let our man play video games, and then like the camera turns around and it's the man like, oh heck, like have you guys seen any of these?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
They're so good. I feel like I'm picturing that's like exactly the video that Isaiah would do because he's obsessed with glasses right now. He's like, you need to get your loved one a pair of glasses. Oh, Dickens.
Yeah.
DJ, what's
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
next one?
So hypothetically, if you know a guy who is trying to put together a Christmas role playing game for the buds that he does a podcast with, the bud he does a podcast with, and the other buds who hop on to play the occasional role playing game, role playing one shot. A couple options. The first one I would say is it's a virtual tabletop called Foundry. Foundry Virtual Tabletop, and it's this neat system that uh, just lets you play games together remotely, and it is very customizable and just has a lot of really neat stuff that it can do if you know what you're doing and know how to jump in and set it up. And unlike a lot of the others, it doesn't have a monthly fee. It's a one-time purchase. It's a bit pricier than the others, but it's a one-time purchase, and so you're good to go. Then also one-time purchase items. There's one called Wonder Draft and one called Dungeon Draft, and they just let you make maps.
Hmm.
So some neat ideas if you happen to know someone that's doing that
Yeah,
hypothetically.
those are really neat. The next thing that I have, do you have somebody in your life who just really likes collecting these pieces of plastic that don't end up being worth much, but they're the next big collectible thing, kind of like Beanie Babies were in the 90s? Yeah, that's right. I'm talking about Funko Pop figures. Well, have you ever seen that you can make custom Funko Pop figures? This is something that I haven't done yet, but I intend to do, to make a custom Funko Pop of DJ and I. That's a legitimate thing I want to do. So, if you want to make just a cute little collectible thing for the person in your life who likes that stuff, make a little Funko Pop of them. Or, so that they don't have a little figurine of themselves, make one of yourself for them. Or just make a custom one. You can make it interesting, you can make it weird. Do whatever you want. It's custom. Make your own Funko Pop figure on their website. It's legit, it's through them. So have fun. And it's fairly inexpensive. Like, I mean, it's more expensive than buying a Funko Pop figure, obviously, like probably twice the cost. But I was surprised that it wasn't like a lot more than that. So yeah, there you go.
Huh. Yeah, my next Christmas present to give that special somebody, just give them a gift card.
Hmm.
Really just show and express how much you don't know anything about them. Just be real and honest with yourself. Just give them a gift card to Amazon, Walmart. Really, just give them the gift card to Bass Pro Shop if they have nothing to do with hunting and whatnot. Uh, yeah, really just drive it in there that you're just put no thought, no effort into this present.
So what's really funny about that, I asked my mom and sister for suggestions, and they both said gift cards, especially gift cards to like the hair salon that we go to. So for the ladies in your life, maybe get them a gift card, particularly to the place where they get their hair done or their nails done, because that stuff gets expensive. I should know. Look at me.
Wait, I'm gonna keep laughing. Wait just a second. That's all.
Uh,
I guess it's my turn.
yeah.
There was another one that I was gonna do. I can't remember. Hopefully, it'll come to me after because you've got another one, Gage.
One more. Yeah. One more.
Oh yeah, and you're after me, so I don't get another turn. So what was that? What was I
Well,
gonna do?
I got one thing of what not to do.
That's pretty dope.
So I don't know if you want me to lay it out now or later. You can cut out the whole gift card thing.
Why
I'm gonna
would he?
leave it. I'm gonna leave it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So I guess while I remember this one, I know that there's another one that I think is better, but it's far from my brain right now. For the man in your life who, sorry, a man in your life who very early on in his life felt a call to go live overseas about half his life ago, and then kind of did all the steps necessary for that, but somehow still lives in Joplin, Missouri. There are boxes you can get, kind of like Gage's coffee thing that he keeps talking about, where you just get like international food in a box. And so, like international food, not like, I don't know, kimchi or whatever, but like candy bars that are specific to Thailand or whatever, or like the special flavor of Oreos that's only available in Sudan. I don't know. I don't know if that exists, but like Japan, we'll say.
Yeah.
So yeah, so there's a box there. Just Google it. I don't have specific companies in mind. I keep getting ads for them, and Angela and I are like, we're going in halfsies to like share a subscription to that for this year for Christmas. So I think it's a pretty good option for that hypothetical man in your life who is
Yeah.
somehow probably gonna die in a state that's in like the top 40 most interesting. Sorry, bottom 10.
Yeah. 10 least interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A state that sucks.
That does sound really cool. I've seen those and I've wanted to subscribe to one of those. I just haven't ever committed. And it just reminds me of the days back when I was in high school and I would watch like Ian is Bored or something, which was a secondary channel to one of the guys from Smosh, where they would just taste test the candy that fans would send them. And I just think that would be kind of cool, you know? Taste testing
Yeah.
foreign foods for like an episode or something. Maybe. So my last gift, and then I do have not a gift, but or necessarily, but a piece of advice other than this, which is a gift to you again. But my last gift, have you heard of flex tape? This is a gift for anybody. I don't care who it is. I don't care what they do. I don't care what they like, and I don't care what they don't like. Have you heard of flex tape? You can use it for almost anything. You can seal, bind, and repair anything that you need with the Flex Glue family of products or Flex Seal family of products. They got liquid glue, they got spray on glue, they've got sealant that you can dip it in, you can pour it on, you can tape it on, you can do whatever you want. You can even saw a boat in half if you just want to. But if you are a person who breathes, Flex Tape is for you. And the whole Flex Seal family of products, actually. Again, not a sponsor, just a good product.
We're coming for you.
And then a quick piece of advice for those, and again, this is a gift for you, listener, from me. If, you know, things are getting serious in your relationship, and you begin to think, Christmas would be the perfect day to propose. Don't. Don't.
Just break up.
No, don't do that. Just wait a couple weeks. Or do it earlier. Don't do it on Christmas. That's all. But that's it from me, Jacob. What was your last one, or your
Well,
anti-gift?
yeah, well, it'd be my gift to you,
Oh, good.
dear listeners, dear watchers, just a piece of advice for maybe loved ones that does have a December birthday, and that you might
You
be thinking about giving them a birthday present as well.
January 2. That was on
Oh,
January 2nd. That's like
oh,
lump me in there with you.
yeah.
Oh, okay, all right, all right,
Put
okay.
me in, coach.
Maybe okay. For some of those who are born in December, maybe early January, my advice to you, my gift to you, is that for whatever you do, the love that is everything good, do not wrap their birthday present in Christmas wrapping paper. Do you hear me? I know it's around. I know it's convenient, but go the extra mile and get them happy birthday wrapping paper. That's it. That's
So,
my soapbox.
funny story. Jacob and my dad have the same birthday, and I've never seen them in the same place at the same time. So,
Gage, if you say any more, I'm going to have to end you.
Dad. But yeah,
Yeah, that's my gift to you. So yeah, appreciate it. Love it. Accept it.
that is a good gift, though. A good piece of wisdom. DJ, do you have any final words?
I was really hoping it would come to me before now, but it hasn't. Um, so what I will say
Step
is
one.
if if you need to hear it, if you used to be into reading and you're not anymore, and you're trying to figure out like, man, I loved reading when I was in second grade, and now I don't have the attention span for it. I don't like it. I'm gonna give you two pieces of advice. You take it or leave it. Advice number one: stop playing video games as much. Just stop it. Boom. You'll like reading more. You don't like reading because you got a PS2 when you were 6, and reading sucks compared to Tony Hawk's American Wasteland, obviously. And then two, get a Kindle. That little dopamine hit from turning the page more often and not having to like have this visible reminder that there's so freaking much book left is great. It like honestly, I don't know why people do drugs. Like I'm surprised it hasn't decreased significantly since 2008 or whatever when the first Kindle came out cuz it like like it is the good stuff.
Yeah,
So,
as a Kindle user, I can testify.
As a drug user,
as
I
a Kindle
can't.
abuser, that's funny. Yeah, so just get a Kindle, stop playing so many video games. Also for that guy in your life, he's going to ask for an Amazon gift card, and it might sound like, why is this tool bag asking for an Amazon gift card? It's because he wants books. So, and he will probably use it on an Intex Mariner 4 if he gets enough of them. So there's some wiggle room there. But
Well, you heard it here, folks. This is your comprehensive guide to getting gifts for Christmas this year. Did we give you a price range? Not really. Did we give you good estimates for what could be used for every person in your life? Yes. At the very least, flex tape.
Everybody could use a hatchet.
That's true too. Hatchets and flex tape. You can fix the things you break. Anyways, I want to say thank you, Jacob, for joining us. Thank you, DJ, as always, for being my co host. Thank you to you, listener, for making it this far into the episode. If you have suggestions for other Christmas gift ideas that you would like to throw in, please share them in the comments below. If you run into the like button in a dark alley, make sure it doesn't walk out with you. And subscribe if you haven't. If you want a keychain, let me know and we can maybe make a deal for that. Just Venmo me your whole life savings. Anyways, thank you also to our friends Adam Ward and Jared Scrother for making our intro and outro music. And thank you again, lovely, lovely listener. But also thank you to everybody who's been a part of this. It's been a lot of fun. And the amount of people that we've been able to have as guests and that we've been able to have involved, it's just awesome. And I'm excited to continue doing it. So thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and Merry Christmas.
Go thank yourself.